everybody, Luxinda Swirl here. New day, new tumbler project. We are going to revisit the idea of using a laminator, some transfer foil, and a laser printed design on inkjet waterslide decal paper to do a full wrap this time on a 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler. I've already prepped this by spray painting it white, and I added a layer of resin with a little bit of 504 glitter in it. So this is a nice sparkly white tumbler to start. And now we are going to deal with the water slide. I'm going to go back to my favorite transfer foil. I have a million others, but I want a lot of color here because I think that'll show up the prettiest on our white background. So I'm going to use my Groovy Kaleidoscope foil from Artistic Painting Studios. I have already printed out the decal, just black and white because we need the black toner. Remember, this was an inkjet waterslide decal sheet, and I ran it through my laser printer. You need black laser toner to make this work. And then I'm going to take my foil and I'm going to cut enough to cover the entire design. I have printed out this design. This is a seamless pattern, and I hopefully printed it correctly for this size tumbler. I believe my dimensions were 8 inches high by 9.25 inches long. We're going to make sure the foil covers all the black toner, and we are going to create a paper packet. If you have a Mink, which is a fancy foiling machine version of a laminator, this will work with that also. But since more people have just plain old from Walmart laminators like this one, I want to do this test with what's a little more common and a little cheaper to buy. Trim it down. Okay. I think we're good. We are going to put the cut side in first and just let it go through the laminator. And hope this works. Okay, before I turn this off, let's do a test on a corner and see if we got what we wanted. Yeah, we did. So far anyway. Let's keep going. Can always run it through again if I need to. Yeah, it didn't take on a few. I'm going to run it through a second time. I'm just gonna. We have the ability to do that. The machine is still on, and it was a big sheet. You know, it might take 2 passes. Let's see how it looks now. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that, you guys. Look at how gorgeous that is. Hopefully it'll show up on screen. That is so pretty. The next step, because this is a water slide, is I have to seal it. You wouldn't necessarily think so because it's got laser toner on it, which doesn't run in water, and it's got foil on it, which doesn't run in water. However, the material itself, the decal stuff, is very, very, very fragile. If I were to put this directly into water, the entire water slide would sort of disintegrate as I was trying to get it onto a tumbler. I needed to have some strength. So I'm going to take this outside on my deck and I'm going to do my usual 1 layer of Plastidip glossifier, 2 layers of gloss clear Rust-Oleum spray paint. If you want to see how I do that, I will link to a video here in the corner and down in the description area where I actually show the 3 layers and me spraying them on and exactly the movements I make with the spray can and all of that. I will link to that below. So I'll see you back here when this is all sprayed and sealed and ready to go.
We're breaking in here to bring you this special announcement from Luxinda's Magic Hands. Did you know that you can get actual, authentic Luxinda merch? Well, it's true, you can. And what's so special about these items, you may ask? For starters, the t-shirts are made with a special blend of cotton and unicorn tears, so they're extra soft and magical. These designs are all based on Luxinda's personal philosophy, that the key to happiness is to eat pizza, pet dogs, and wear comfortable clothing. And where can you find these and so many other amazing merch items? on the merch shelf below each Luxinda video, or use the merch link in the description area. For a very limited time, we have a special merch shipping option just for you. Whatever you order from Luxinda's merch will be carefully wrapped, launched in a large weather balloon, and then the U.S. military will shoot it down over your exact location. Some shipping costs may apply. Oh, and one more thing. There's a special Luxinda channel membership available now, with great perks for the members that no one else gets. Look for the join button or the join link in the description. Of course, there's never any obligation and you can cancel at any time. Now back to our video.
We are back. My foiled water slide has been thoroughly sealed, so we are ready to go. I am now going to trim all the edges down, and then we're going to see if we can get this bad boy on that tumbler without too much trouble, because water slides can be kind of finicky. All right, we'll put it in here, add some water. We'll cross our fingers, see how it goes. Using my favorite brand of Waterslide decal paper, this is Hippoo, H-I-I-P-O-O. We will be putting this on foil side up, so we won't be doing the turn it over and pull the backing off. If we did that, we would just get the black toner design. Okay, it is starting to release pretty significantly from the backing, so I'm gonna put some water on here. We will probably need to move it around. The odds of me getting instantly perfect placement are slim to none. Okay, so here's what the back looks like. It's still the black toner image. And here is the side we want to show. My seam is not perfect, but it's pretty darn close and I'm happy with it. Pretty darn close. Okay, once you have your water slide pretty much where you want it, we need to grab our silicone makeup brush, which in this situation is our squeegee, and start squeegeeing all the water and the bubbles and the wrinkles out of our water slide, trying to basically push them towards the seam from this side and then from this side, and out the bottom and out the top as well. And just keep working at it all the way around, top to bottom. That's pretty good. It's not perfect. It's very hard to get perfect with a full wrap. Occasionally I've done it, but there's a lot of surface area that can just get a wrinkle in it. This whole thing will tighten up a little as it dries, which also helps seal it onto the cup. I'm going to stop there. That looks flippin' awesome, man. Flippin' awesome. So we'll come back after it's dried and I will assess. Hey, we're back. Okay, it's the next day. This has dried on here so beautifully. I almost wanted to skip ahead to just putting epoxy resin over the whole thing. I am, however, seeing a few spots along the bottom that could potentially lift under epoxy resin. So I am going to put some UV resin. I have this UV resin here around the bottom, and I'm going to put my UV lamp over that and just let this spin and keep cycling through the UV lamp, you know, turning it on every couple minutes because that's how long you can get it to go at any one time. Cure it up that way, and then I'm going to put epoxy resin over the whole thing and just put a little bit on and then spread it out. That's all I'm going to do. You could also use CC DIY's urethane sealer, their quick coat. That would work also, although it takes longer to dry than UV resin, so that's why I'm opting for the UV resin. Okay, I'll put some lifts here on either side. I'm just going to keep coming back and cycling through this a bunch of times. I don't know exactly how many, and then periodically testing it to see if it's still tacky, and then we will put some epoxy resin over the entire tumbler. The UV resin is cured, and now we're going to put epoxy resin on it. I am going to mix up 20 milliliters Mr. Nola's Speed Dry Epoxy, the fast set. I am not going to put anything else on here. I'm not going to add anything to the Mr. Nola's. I'm not going to add a saying. I'm not going to add pinstriping. I'm not going to do anything.